Yankees took it tonight, 10-3, a good win. Jamison Taillon 6 1/3, had 10 strikeouts, gave up 2 earned runs, 1 walk. Solid again. I mean, his ERA has gone from, he was not only was a player in July, player of the month of July, but his ERA has gone from 5.60 down to about 4.04 right now. So he is really, really, really doing well, and hopefully he continues on this trend. Now he is going to be approaching a kind of a team innings limit at some point too, and I think they put him on like 150 innings limit, so they have to be careful of that. So when like Kluber and Severino come back, it might be wise for them to do a 6-man rotation to kind of spread these guys out a little bit. But even though I've been saying this for the whole entire year, even before, even longer than a year, that Severino should come back in the bullpen as a long reliever and let him throw darts for 2 or 3 innings, okay, and then transition him back to the rotation in 2022, not this year, just to keep him healthy. But more balanced attack on the offensive side too. And it was actually great to see yesterday Luis Hill pitch extremely well, and these 2 young kids in the bullpen. Hopefully they give these guys more opportunities like this. I think they realize that they have a little bit more depth in the farm that they might have thought. So, I'm hoping they get opportunities more often. I know Luis Hill now is going to be pitching this weekend against Seattle, so will be interesting to see. He's just fun to watch him pitch because he definitely showed command, velocity, poise. I mean, he looked really good, and those relievers. I mean, power stuff, multi-pitch arsenal. I mean, man, really, really, really good. So, and then today, a really good offensive balanced attack, too. I mean, Rizzo became the first Yankee to have at least 1 RBI per game in his first 6 games since coming over to the Yankees. And he's helping them become a more patient lineup. And Gallo's doing the same thing, even though Gallo's bat hasn't gotten hot yet. He's kind of streaky like that anyway, but once he gets going, too, the Yankees, before they brought in these 2 guys, they were the worst 2-strike hitting teams in majors, and one of the least patient teams in the majors. And these 2 guys alone helped really, really increase their patience and working the counts. Rizzo had a 13-pitch walk tonight that was amazing. So, just all in all, I mean, I think it's time to give him his walk-up song. I mean, it's time to do it. Rizzo needs it. Here's my song for him. That's right, Mama Corleone from The Godfather. I think it's time. And then once Gallo starts picking it up, I have a walk-up song for him, but we'll wait for him to get hot. And again, he's kind of like Stanton-esque. He's going to walk a ton, he's going to strike out a ton, he's going to hit a ton of home runs. Stanton he strikes out a ton, then he hits a bunch of base hits, and then he goes hits a whole bunch of home runs. So I'm hoping that they get hot at the same time. And then Judge kind of goes along with them, and they just go on a tear. Because at this point now, the Yankees need to win as many games as possible, obviously, to put themselves in a position to get to one of those 2 wild card spots. And if they really, really, start playing well, and they picked up some ground recently, not tonight, but they picked up some ground recently. There's an outside shot that might win the AL East. I wouldn't count them out just yet, but they're going to need to be at full strength to do it. And they're going to need Cole at full strength. They're going to need Montgomery at full strength, Gio at full strength. And pretty much everybody else at full strength. And now they have a little bit more balanced lineup, or a lot more balanced lineup, a more patient lineup. I think they have the ability to do that. So, and it's hard to get everybody clicking on all cylinders. It's really hard to do. It's for any team. So, but if any team can do it, it's the Yankees. Cashman made some shrewd moves. He brought in some really good fits here. So, and again, I'm waiting for Gallo to get hot, and he will. And a lot of anytime. And this happens a lot when either an ace pitcher or a top hitter gets traded to the Yankees. For the most part, this is a bit of an adjustment period. And I noticed too that when multiple players at the same position get traded to the Yankees or sign with the Yankees, one of them is really hot in the beginning, one of them is not. And just the same thing with Gallo and Rizzo here. But I'm confident Gallo will be fine. And he's an elite defender in the outfield. And if they can find a way to, once Luke Voigt comes back, now that he's going to be here, to keep him in the lineup when Gallo and everybody else, obviously Stanton's going to have to play the outfield to do that. But that's going to put their offense in just in a murderer's row kind of feel. And, they're going to need as many weapons in that lineup as possible, and Voit and Gallo in there, and Stanton and Judge, and if they're rocking and rolling, they're gonna be a really, really hard team to beat. Really hard team to beat. So you see a little guy grooming himself back here. One of my boy, I say, that's my boy Sweet Pete. I got a couple, but so back to the it was again a good game by the Yankees, and Taillon looks really, really good. Him and Montgomery, I mean, have had underrated years. I mean, and Johnny Lasagna came in, pitched well also, and it's good to see, and it's good to see these guys holding the fort down while while Cole hopefully comes back sooner than later from COVID, and some of these other guys come back, Montgomery, and we need them all. We need all of our arms in the rotation, and as many as we can in the bullpen, and we need our offense to be healthy as well. So, but I'll take it. So it was good. They took 2 out of 3, but they should have at least taken 2 out of 3 from the Orioles. So thankfully, it wasn't the other way around. I would have loved to have seen a sweep, but I get it. So took 2 out of 3, and hopefully they can win the series against Seattle and just kind of keep the momentum moving forward and pick up some games along the way. Because these teams are not going to be easy, even in their division or outside the division. The A's, the White Sox, and these teams got better. White Sox have a 3-headed monster in the bullpen now that they have freaking Craig Kimbrell. The A's added Marte, and they added a couple other guys, Josh Harrington and Yan Gomes. So they added some positional players and some offense there. And they're going to be tough. Cruz over with Tampa. Like Boston has Sale coming back. So Blue Jays, Berrios and Brad Hand and a couple other, so these guys got better. So the Yankees have to keep pace, and they got to keep doing it. But I'm confident that when they get healthy, they will. It has been a frustratingly inconsistent year, but it is what it is. And that's also kind of typical Yankees. When they're really hot, they're really, really hot. When they're really not, they are really, really not. So, but that said, bring it down. Let's get Seattle over here, and let's go to work on these boys. Over and out.